Uh-huh. And what does your shirt say?
Daddy.
Daddy, what does that mean?
Daddy Bear. I was at a gay bar, so.
What does Daddy Bear mean?
Daddy Bear is like someone with a build like mine. Just overweight gay guy.
Overweight gay guy is called Daddy Bear?
A daddy, yeah.
A Daddy Bear?
This video is purely for educational and documental purposes. It is important to note that any statements made in this video are not intended to accuse or implicate anyone in any wrongdoing. Furthermore, it is crucial to emphasize that any form of harassment toward the individual shown in this video is strongly discouraged and not supported. Let us maintain a respectful and understanding environment for everyone involved. This video might include content and language that is disturbing or inappropriate for some viewers, especially kids. Its purpose is to educate and inform parents and communities about the potential online dangers that children may encounter. It also aims to shed light on those who might pose these risks. All subjects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Hey, John Michael Helton. All right, we're here to talk to you, okay? About your chats. Do you understand? We can either have a talk right now. We're not here to hurt you. Relax. We're not here to hurt you. We're just here to talk about your chats. Otherwise, we can have tonight. You understand me?
Yes.
Would you rather? Which one would you rather have?
Just chat.
Chat, right? Okay, so stand against the tree right here. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to touch you. We're simply here to have a conversation. And this conversation can either go one or two ways. Do you understand me? Okay. Yeah. It can either go, you go lie to us, or you be honest with us, be truthful with us, and maybe we can get you help at the end, like therapy. Which one would you rather have? Therapy, right? Okay. So how old are you, John?
50.
Try again.
53.
Why did you lie?
Nervous.
Well, I just told you one or two ways. Did I tell you?
Yeah.
So why did you lie right away?
Nervous.
Nervous? What are you nervous about? What do you have in your pocket?
Keys.
Is there any weapons in your pocket?
No.
Okay. Like I said, there's nothing to be nervous about, okay? I understand that this can get you in a lot of trouble, but the good thing for you is if you be truthful, we'll get you help that you need. But I need you to show me that you're truthful, and you need to show me that you're remorseful for what you did here tonight. Okay?
Okay.
No more lying, no more 50, none of that BS. Okay? We already know everything about you. We know where you live too, okay? How do you think we know your name?
Google.
Easy ways.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
53.
What are you doing here tonight?
I was checking my mail. I thought I was meeting somebody, but I really didn't think that he was the age that he said he was.
How old did he tell you he was?
14.
What is it?
14.
14? You want to try again?
Said 14, almost 14.
Almost 14?
Yeah.
Which makes him how old?
13. But I didn't believe it because he was on.
Does that make it okay? Does that make it appropriate?
No. But I thought that was, they had some way of checking age.
And what's your excuse, bud?
None.
None, right?
Right.
And what did you want it to do with him?
Just hang out, see what he was like.
Do you want to read we have the chats. We can show them to you.
I told him what I was into, but I didn't say what I wanted to do
Here,
with
hold
him.
this. What did you say?
I told him what I was into, but didn't tell him what I wanted to do to him.
Yes, you did. We have the chats. You lie. You keep lying, John. Why do you keep lying, John? I told you earlier, be honest with us. We can help you. You want to see the chats that we have?
I told him what I was into.
No, you didn't. You said what you wanted to do to him. You want to read it? You want to see it?
No.
I'm giving you one last chance to be honest with me, man. You think this is a game, John?
No.
What do you think this is?
A lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble. Felony. Offender registry if I call the cops right now. You understand that, right?
I do.
Okay. So this is your number, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the fake number that you have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does this sound like to you? What is this? What do you read this for me? Read it for me, John.
But get you off. I'm into kissing, oral, jack off, rim, versatile.
That's what you wanted to do to him tonight, yes or no?
That's what I was into.
That's what you wanted to do to him tonight, yes or no?
Yeah.
So you wanted to kiss him, you wanted to box, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Verse.
Yeah.
And you invited him over to your place, right?
Right.
And how long was this gonna last for?
I don't know.
Give me a number though.
30 minutes.
30 minutes? Who's gonna be the top? Who's gonna be the bottom?
I really don't know.
You talk about it in the chats. You say it in the chats.
I don't say that I'm a top or a bottom. I say I'm verse. So
Right before you showed up to the door right here, look what you say. Maybe, read it for me.
maybe you should top.
What does that sound like? You wanted him to top you, right?
Yeah.
That's what I just asked.
Yeah.
I said, what position was he going to be in and what were you going to be? Right?
Yeah.
How do you forget this? This was literally
I don't know.
10:07. What, like 13 minutes ago? You remember all of this. Don't act like you don't remember, bud. You remember all of it, every single bit of it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you keep lying? Why?
Just nervous.
You're nervous? Look, there's neighbors right here coming up. And the more you keep lying, the more I have to raise my voice.
Okay.
And it pisses me off.
I'm sorry.
Do you understand that this boy could have got assaulted tonight by you? Right? Do you know he could have been a victim, right? He's already a victim. Have you been arrested before? Do you want to be arrested? Okay. I'm gonna ask you some of the same questions over again. Don't lie to me like you did earlier all throughout the chats, conversations that we've been having.
Okay.
Who made first contact between you and this boy?
I made first contact but didn't know his age.
You made first contact with him, all right? And you switched over to text message, right, with him?
Yes.
Okay. And did he ever tell you his age?
He did, but I didn't believe that he was that
It's a simple yes or
Yes.
no. Did he tell you his age?
Yes.
What age did he tell you? 13. And did you continue talking to
Yes.
him after knowing the age?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you want it to do to him after knowing the age?
Eventually ride him.
Ride him? What does that mean, ride?
Have him.
Have him F you.
Yeah.
Condom or no condom?
I told him I was negative and on prep. He didn't say if he was going to top me with a condom or not.
But what did you want it to do to him?
Probably bear.
Bear. So no condom.
Right.
So you wanted him to F you, no condom.
Right.
Do you have any STDs?
No.
And how long was this going to happen?
I don't know. Maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes? And this was going to take place at your house, your
Yes.
apartment?
Yes.
You married?
Yes.
Husband?
Yes.
Is he home?
No.
What happened to him?
He's working.
What do you do for work? And don't lie to
IT.
me. Huh?
IT.
IT? How do you think that will go for you?
Not well.
Not well, right? What do you think should happen to you?
I've learned my lesson. I will not take this risk again. When someone tells me their age, I will believe their age.
It's not the fact that you didn't believe or you did believe. You did believe it. That's why you invited him. That's why you even said, are you a cop? You asked him, are you a cop? Yes or no?
I thought it was like 17 or so.
He said right here, thanks, almost 14, right away. What did you say right to him? Read it.
Cop.
Read it.
You're a cop.
Mm-hmm. Does that sound like it's appropriate? Okay. You want to move along? You could walk to the sidewalk instead of right here in front of your neighbors. Okay? Let's go along on the sidewalk. Right around the corner. I'm trying to do you a solid right now. You understand, John? I've been trying to help you throughout this whole process. I've been trying to give you leeway. But just go around the corner right here. Like I said, we're not here to touch you or anything, okay? And you never been arrested before, right?
No.
So what do you think should happen to you after tonight, John?
I will not take this risk again. It's not worth it. the shame, the embarrassment, the potential legal aspects of it. I'm embarrassed. I'm humiliated. I'm not going to do this again.
You're not going to do it again? Are you sympathetic for what you did here tonight? Do you have remorse?
Absolutely.
Do you feel sorry for what you did?
Absolutely.
Are you willing to write an apology letter to this boy?
Of course.
Yes or no?
Of course.
Of course? Okay. Because we have a piece of paper that we brought, and we have pens with us, and we would like to see if that, you know, you can get some things off of your chest. Here's the time to do it right now. Get it off your chest. This is the best way to do it. And maybe apologize to the kid that you've been talking to online. You understand? This is an apology letter to the boy. Just write it on this piece of paper. We can go
Surface over there.
yeah, there's where's it at? Oh yeah, right there, that green box. Are you fine? Is that it, John?
Yes.
That's it? What did you write?
I'm sorry for what I said. I know it was wrong and inappropriate. Please forgive me.
What about it is wrong? Well, like this is gonna go to the kid. You know this, right? This is gonna go to the kid. So I want to see what about what you did with him tonight is wrong, so he could understand why it's wrong, so he could also never do it again. Because we're gonna go talk to him as well.
He's really a kid.
Yes. Read it. I can't read your.
I never should have said the things that I did and put you in an uncomfortable position.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm so sorry.
But I'm sorry that I said what I did.
So the things that I did.
I know it was very, what? It was wrong and inappropriate. Please forgive me. I never should have said the things that I, like what though? The why is it wrong? Because of the age difference, right? I mean, is this just like half-ass stuff right here?
Yeah.
Or because, you know, this is not our first time doing this, John. And the people that usually put more effort and more apologetic, you know, writing into it, makes it seem like, hey, you know, this guy really cares about what he really did, not just some two sentences.
I'm so sorry. Our age difference was wrong, and I should have known better.
And what did you want it to do with him? Like what? Like why? Like he needs to understand this as well. What about it is wrong? You keep saying, yeah, I'm sorry for what I did. What did you do? What did you do that's wrong? Like I said, man, you need to read it for me. I can't read your writing.
So we should not have planned to meet, and it's
What
wrong.
did you...
We should not have planned to meet, and it was wrong. It was wrong of me. Please.
Meet? That's it? That's wrong? You don't think sex is wrong with this kid?
That was wrong too.
So why didn't you mention that? Why didn't you mention that? Like, you see, like, you're beating around the bush. You see how you're beating around the bush? Why can't you be straight with me? This is gonna go to the kid. He needs to understand why it's wrong. An adult having sex with a kid is wrong. He needs to understand this, and he needs to understand that you know it as wrong as well. So why can't you write that? Why can't you elaborate? I don't understand why that's so wrong.
An adult with a minor is wrong.
What is it?
An adult with a minor is wrong.
With a minor? What do you mean like is an uncle hanging out with a kid wrong? So like let's say there's a dad or an uncle, he's hanging out with his nephew or son. Is that wrong? Well, that's an adult and a kid. What about, how is that wrong? Please what? I'm telling you, why can't you elaborate? This is gonna go to the kid.
The kid.
He needs to understand why it's wrong.
Because of the age difference, because he's a minor.
Well, what about it? I just gave you an example. I said dad and son, that's not wrong because they're an adult and a kid. That's not wrong. But what about this is wrong?
It's not that it's a parent and child, it's someone who knows better than to proposition a minor.
Proposition a minor? What does that mean? Like, what does proposition mean?
What I said in my text. Proposition. Please accept this.
I mean,
Please.
like for me, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Please.
This is not acceptable, bro. Who are these?
I don't know.
Do you want me to tell them what's going on?
I don't know who they are.
Do you want me to go tell them what's going on, or do you want to
know.
just keep it as an interview?
Who is an interview?
Okay. Proposition. All right, well, I gave you multiple chances to elaborate on this. If this is what you're gonna send, if this is what you want him to read, then that's on you. Is this all you're gonna have him read? All right, sign it and date it so make sure it's from you, and we're gonna send it to him. Go ahead, sign it and date it. It's from you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and sign it and date it. What do you?
Do you go to the cops?
Huh?
Do you go to the cops?
What is it?
Do you go to the cops?
No. If we wanted to call the cops, we would have called it right now.
So what do you guys do? You're like,
What this is
Dateline?
we're not Dateline. What we do is we're an intervention group, okay? What we do is before an adult comes and meets with a minor, we try to prevent that from happening, okay? And then we go meet with the adult, go talk to the adult, try to get some sense knocked into his head.
Are you the government?
No, we're just an public organization that does this, okay? But we also go talk with the kid as well. Now, we could call the cops if you want to. We can take that route as well. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the date? 13th?
What's the date?
Today's the 13th.
13. What is that?
I wrote over it because I couldn't see it.
But what is that?
That's my name, J.M. Helton.
Print your name too.
Yeah, just go ahead and print it. How many victims do you have, John?
None.
Are you sure?
I promise.
How do you know? How do we know this?
I promise that's...
How do we know though?
You don't.
That's
That-
exactly
but
why. What if we told you that you do though? What if we
Sorry?
told you that you do though?
I don't.
How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to believe you on that?
You don't, but...
So what you're saying is you wake up at the age of 53, 54, and you go do this one night?
Just had a couple drinks and just texting, didn't think it was serious. But it turned out to be.
You showed up right here at the gate. You invited him to your...
I know.
That's not serious? Well, I mean, how much more serious can it get?
I didn't mean to make light of it. You're right. But this hasn't happened before.
Do you understand the repercussions that this could have on you?
I do.
What repercussions could this have on you?
Could lose my job, could lose my marriage, could lose everything.
Exactly.
Go to jail.
Yeah.
You won't see me again.
What is it?
You won't see me again.
What does
I
that
promise.
mean?
But this won't happen again. I won't.
This won't happen again?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Let's say, put this into perspective. Let's say it wasn't us, okay? Let's say it was a cop, right? We're not cops, but let's say it was a cop. Or let's say we could call the cops.
I know.
And they come and arrest you right now.
Mm.
How do you think that could go for you in court?
It would not go well.
Why not?
It's because I've violated state laws.
You violated state, like what, do you know the state laws that you violated?
That someone's under 17 or 18. I'm not sure what it is in California, but yeah, it was underage.
What did you want to do with the underage? What did you do? What did you want it to do with the underage though? That makes it illegal.
Sex.
You want to have sex with them tonight? Yes or no?
I did.
Yeah, and that's illegal, right? And you knew this. And do you know the repercussions that it could have? Like
I didn't think about it, but yes.
Like, well, like for example, let's say you go to court, the judge sees you and say, "Hey, Mr. Helton, do you plead guilty or not guilty? What do you plead?"
Guilty.
Guilty? Why would you plead guilty?
Because I did it.
You did it? And do you know the punishment of this crime?
No, sir.
Do you know like what it could be though? Like,
I have no idea.
you have no idea?
No.
Have you ever been to prison before?
No.
Not jail though, right? Neither, right?
No.
How do you think prison? Have you ever heard about prison?
Yeah.
Like what have you heard about it?
It's a pretty bad place. I mean, I watched Oz on HBO. It's pretty bad.
You watch what?
Oz on HBO. I've seen Locked Up. You know, I've seen shows, but
And what happens to people like you in jail or prison?
I get killed.
And you take that risk anyway, right?
I didn't think about that risk, but forever more, that risk will be forefront.
You ever worked with kids, John?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I never work with kids.
Never? Not even like IT work?
No.
And what do you do for IT?
Project management.
I know, but like for what? Like for what? Like you build, like you go to schools and you do IT stuff?
No, I work from home.
Okay, and you work on projects?
Yeah.
Like what type of projects?
I'm building new things for websites.
Do you have any pictures of little boys?
No.
Never.
No.
So if we were to look through your phone, there wouldn't be any pictures of little boys? Even if you've deleted them?
No. Not at all.
You have WhatsApp?
I have had it before, but I'm in Mexico.
What?
I have used it before when I'm in Mexico.
In Mexico? What do you use WhatsApp for?
Because it's typically easier to get taxis or order things.
Like what? Like what do you order?
Like when you're ordering food, like takeout and stuff.
You order food through WhatsApp?
You can. No, I don't use it for hooking up.
What about Telegram? You heard of that? Never heard of it?
No, like telegraph, like
Telegram?
no.
No?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. So you have no pictures of little boys on your phone?
No.
Can you prove it?
Sure, if you want to look.
Yeah, I would like to. It would put my mind at ease, so I know that you're not doing something like this.
Did a lot of eBay. That's for Pride. San Francisco. It's from Yosemite. Hummingbirds. House renovations. No, there's nothing there. If you want to go to
What's in your deleted?
That's the eBay stuff, because I take eBay pictures with my phone.
You take what?
I take pictures for eBay with my phone.
Your eBay seller?
Yeah.
What do you sell on eBay?
Lots of clothes.
You sell clothes?
Yeah. You get from the thrift store. Magazines.
And you said you're married, right?
Yeah.
Husband, right?
Yes.
And does he know about this type of things that
No.
you're doing? What would he think about it?
He would divorce me.
He would divorce you? Why would he divorce you?
Because I broke the law.
You broke the law. Have you ever cheated on him like this before?
We have an open relationship.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So he's okay with you doing stuff with other people?
Yeah.
You ever done things with other minors?
No.
You see, like, it's hard for me to believe that, man. It really is. Because you're like a lot older. You're not like you're in your 20s or something. You're way older, and it's hard for me to believe that. If you've done it, just let me know so maybe I can give you the proper treatment that you need.
I haven't. This was just an opportunity. I was sitting at a bar, scrolling. Came up. That's it.
Do you consider yourself?
Absolutely.
What about this makes you?
I feel like a predator, and I don't think I am one.
You feel like a?
Yeah, it feels like I was a predator for this kid.
I mean, that's what it is.
It is.
You said you've seen Dateline.
Yeah.
What have you seen on Dateline before?
Where they catch someone like me.
When they catch someone like you?
Yeah, trying to hook up with someone as a minor.
Well, you're lucky you're not on Dateline, that's for sure, right?
Right.
You're lucky you're on an intervention group who's more sympathetic and helps people like you out. You understand that, right?
Yeah, because you're totally scaring the shit out of me.
Scared you? You should be scared. You broke the law.
I know. You're right.
So what could have happened to you if you were on Dateline?
Again, I would have been arrested, lost my job, lost my marriage.
Uh-huh. And what does your shirt say?
Daddy.
Daddy, what does that mean?
Daddy Bear. I was at a gay bar, so.
What does Daddy Bear mean?
Daddy Bear is like someone with a build like mine. Just overweight gay guy.
Overweight gay guy is called Daddy Bear?
A daddy, yeah.
A Daddy Bear? What do you call little boys?
What do I call them?
Is there any term for that?
Yeah.
What did you call the kid in the chats? You remember?
What did I call him?
Yeah. You called him like young boy, I believe. Was it young boy? Do you remember that?
Oh, that could be. I would say that to anybody under 30, 35.
30, 35. What's your age cutoff?
Usually in the 20s.
20s? Like what, 20?
25.
25? What about 13?
That wasn't even something I was thinking about. It's just...
Your age cutoff must be 13 or lower. It must be. Because you invited him over to your place, John.
I know, that was a mistake.
I mean, you can't say 25. You got to say 13 or below. Because that's what you did tonight. Right? You don't hook up with someone that you're not attracted to. Correct? You don't go have sex with someone that you don't like. You only have sex with them because you're attracted to them. So the age cutoff for you is how old? Be honest with me. Because I want to know the proper treatment that I could get you. Because I have connections with therapists. I have connections with counselors who deal with type of things that you've been doing. And they're the professionals who can really delve into your problem. So what's the proper age cutoff for you?
I've always done legal age, so 18.
Okay, but like, tonight was obviously 18, right? I'm not saying you've done it before, but what is like, what is your attraction to? What's your attraction? I'm not saying you've done it, you've done it in the past. I'm saying like, what are you attracted to?
It was available. I was horny, and I hadn't talked to really anybody, and someone responded, so I knew it was wrong, but I just sort of played along with it.
Sort of played along with it.
And I'm ashamed of that. I'm sorry.
You're what?
And I'm ashamed of that. I'm sorry.
Okay. What do you think caused you to do this? So we could prevent other people from making the same mistake that you did. What like, you know, what caused you to do it?
I wasn't looking for someone that age. It was just opportunity. It was someone that responded to a hello.
But what was the cause of it, though? What is the cause of the attraction to underage? I understand.
I wasn't looking for underage. It just happened to be, and I still was, you know, only partially believing that was the case.
But like, what was the cause though? Like I understand that you're not looking for underage, but what makes you be okay with the age 13? What makes you be okay with it? Because personally, I would never be okay with 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, even maybe 18, I wouldn't be okay with it.
It was about the age of 13 that I was.
Oh, you're a victim yourself?
Yes.
So you think that it's a cycle?
Yes.
So if you don't mind me asking, what happened to you in your case? Can you hold?
It was someone in their 30s at a church camp that took me back to his cabin, and there's no intercourse. It was just like rubbing, jacking me off. But I came and I felt really guilty that I'd done something wrong.
You what?
That I felt like I'd done something wrong, but that was, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And people nowadays seem to be more open with their sexuality, so I don't know. It was still wrong.
So what you're saying is you were always gay?
Yes.
Like you were always gay?
Yes.
And you didn't feel comfortable about it?
I didn't come out till I was in my 20s.
In your 20s? And you said that you've done it with how old of a guy? 30, you said?
He was in his 30s.
30? At a church camp?
Yeah.
Was he a pastor?
Music choir director or something.
Music choir director? Do you know what happened to him? Did you ever report him?
No.
Well, do you know what happened to him?
No, I don't know.
Do you ever talk to him afterwards?
No.
Well, did he ever tell you anything? During the assault?
No.
Did he ever threaten you? Like, oh, you better not tell anybody.
No. I didn't say anything. Didn't talk to him afterwards.
Do you regret it?
Do I regret that it happened? Do I regret that I put myself in that situation?
Do you regret not reporting him or?
I told my parents.
And
I told some people from the church, but they said they'd heard rumors about this guy before, but I don't think anything was ever done. It was not pursued.
Not pursued. And you're here repeating the same cycle that happened to you, right?
He would have been a victim, but it seems different because he was approaching me, but he may have still had the same trauma. So yes.
What do you mean by he was approaching you, John?
He responded to me.
So you approached him and he replied to you.
Yeah.
So he didn't approach you. He just responded to
He
you.
responded to me and gave me a phone number, and
Are those tears, John? or like what is it?
I was thinking about that time and that kid being in the same situation, and it's not fair.
Is what?
It's not fair.
What about it is not fair?
That even though he said that he does this, that I shouldn't be one to contribute to it because that's so young.
Have you ever heard of the term?
I have.
What is it?
Someone who likes little kids.
Someone who likes little kids, right? Do you consider yourself one after tonight? Well, what's the difference between you and a
I don't consider myself someone that goes out looking for kids or trying to attract kids.
So you're just an opportunistic one?
I guess so.
And what did you do before IT, John?
Worked in marketing.
Marketing? Did you go to college? Did you graduate? You have a degree? What do you have a degree in?
Public relations.
Public relations? Bachelor's or
Masters.
master's? And when did you finish school?
30 years ago.
So like 23?
Like 92.
So when you were like 23 years old? And what did you do after you finished school?
Started working in marketing.
And you've been doing it ever since? And how was your upbringing? How was your childhood? Besides the assault at the church camp.
Always struggled with realizing I was gay, that I was different. I was bullied a lot.
You were bullied a lot?
I was picked on. It was hard. I had good parents, but it was hard being in school.
In school you were bullied a lot, like for being gay? And I mean, how did you cope with that?
I just suppressed it.
You just what?
Just suppressed it.
Suppressed it? Have you ever been to therapy before, John?
A few times.
For what?
Depression.
Do you have Are you diagnosed with depression? You diagnosed with anything else?
Anxiety.
Like a doctor actually diagnosed you, or you just assume it?
Yes.
Okay. So you were diagnosed with depression and anxiety. You take prescriptions for it?
I do.
What prescriptions do you take?
Zoloft for depression, Vesperone for anxiety.
And you take it regularly?
I do.
Did you take it today?
I did.
Do you do any drugs?
No.
Like illegal drugs?
No.
Do you drink? Oh, you drink alcohol, right?
Yeah, I don't even do weed.
You don't even do it? Are you an alcoholic? No? So do you were clear-headed tonight?
I went to a bar and I had a couple of drinks, but I'm not an alcoholic. I just had a couple of drinks at a bar.
Okay, so you're relatively clear-headed. You were relatively sober. Were you?
Not after 2 vodka sodas.
But do you know right from wrong?
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes.
So you know why this is wrong, right?
Yes.
Why is it wrong again?
Because I tried to have a relationship with a minor.
Mm-hmm. Well, more than that. You wanted to you say it for me. I mean, because these are your things.
So what kind of help you provide? My doctor said it's hard to get mental health care in the valley. So it's a long wait list.
Well, there's therapists for addiction. Do you have addiction?
I don't know what that is.
Do you know what addiction is?
Someone who likes sex. I mean,
like
I don't
addicted.
know.
Like how often do you watch?
Rarely.
What is it?
Rarely.
Rarely. Oh,
Once a
how?
month.
What is it?
Once a month.
And what type do you watch?
Gay.
Gabe? What about kid? No? Well, okay, so the stuff that you can get... What's wrong?
Just itching.
Oh, shit. Watch your step. Watch your step. Anyway, I was gonna say, so yeah, for the therapy, you have medical insurance?
I do.
Okay, so I'm not a therapist, but other people that we have confronted and talked to and tried to help, they say they go to the therapist's office and they get counseling for their problems. Like you say, you have depression and anxiety. Maybe that's some of the leading causes to what you did here tonight. I don't know. Every single person is different. I'm just assuming. But they say that they go to the therapist's office, they try to, conversate with the therapist and get things off of their chest. Maybe they go to group sessions where there's other people that have the same struggles as them, where there's group sessions and, they all interact and share the different problems that they have, and maybe they can go along with group therapy. There's hotlines where, if you're lonely or if you're, depressed and you feel like really, really down, you can call the hotline and talk to someone. If you're lonely, have you ever, do you suffer from like loneliness? You do? Okay, so they have hotlines for that.
That's why I went out tonight. I was just alone.
You were just alone? Well, how when does your husband come?
He travels a lot for work, so he'll be back next week.
Oh, okay. So you're like alone for like a week then?
Yeah.
So whenever he's not home, you just go to a bar, right? Okay. And do you think you have a problem with drinking? No. Well, what makes you think that?
Because I don't drink to get drunk.
Well, why do you drink then?
Because of anxiety.
Anxiety?
I know there are better ways to manage anxiety, like exercise or stuff like that, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, man, there's group therapy. Okay. Have you ever had group therapy before? Do you think that would be better than just like individual one-on-one therapy?
So I could hear other people's stories and see how it relates to what I'm going through. Because it's hard when you're talking with a stranger.
It's what?
It's hard when you're talking with a stranger, like a brand new therapist. Like, tell me about yourself. Well, where do you start?
Okay. Well, we have some business cards with us. I think it's in the cards. Did you leave some of the business cards in your car?
Yeah, I think I did.
You did? You want to just go grab some?
Yeah.
All right, so we have some. We have some business cards in our vehicle. Okay, so we'll just go get some. Also in our vehicle is we have a device, okay? And what it does, it extracts everything from your phone, John. Would we find anything on your phone? Even if you've deleted it or factory reset it? We have a device, an extraction device.
Is it gonna like take my bank passwords and stuff?
No, it's not meant for a bank password. It's meant for illegal stuff. Kitty stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were to extract things from your phone, even if you've deleted it or factory reset it, would we find anything on there?
No.
No?
Nothing. No.
Okay.
I have no concerns about that. Yeah.
No concern. Okay. And yeah, you said you have medical insurance, right?
Yeah.
And which one would you rather have? Would you rather have one-on-one therapy or group therapy?
In group. I've had one-on-one before. Never had group therapy.
Okay. Have you heard about it before though?
Group therapy for different things like Alcohol, drugs, sex addiction.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard about it. I've just never been.
Okay. Well, if you were to get arrested, you know that you would go to sex offender therapy. You know that, right? Have you heard of that before?
I didn't know there was offender therapy.
There is a sex offender therapy. You know? Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So, do you want me to tell you about it?
I will not be in this situation to be arrested. So,
Well, I'm just saying, like, though some of those are also what they offer. So, would you like to know about some of them?
sure.
Okay. So, what it does, it kind of wires your brain different. Some of these therapy sessions, because obviously what you're doing is not normal, right? This is not normal. Someone when they're in their 50s coming out for a 13, that's not normal. So what they do is they try to wire your brain different to where you think differently, you act differently when you're put in that situation, let's say in the future, okay? And maybe they might even put you on prescriptions. And if it's really bad where you can't control it at all, they might even chemically castrate you. Have you heard of that before?
I've heard of that.
Do you know what what is it?
I don't know how they do it, but I've heard the term chemical castration.
Do you know what it does though?
It makes you sterile.
It makes you what?
Sterile.
Sterile? So like sterile, like how?
Chemical castration, I guess. You're not able to get an erection.
Exactly. Like, so what it does, it fixes your chemical equilibrium in your brain to where you're not attracted. You physically cannot get attracted to it anymore. It fixed, like, do you think you need that type of therapy? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, when you and the kid were gonna go to your apartment and have sex with him, right? And you said you wanted him to top you, right? It's a yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. How long did you say you were gonna do it for?
I don't know. Thought maybe it'd be there a total of 30 minutes.
30 minutes? And you said it was gonna be raw, right?
Right.
And were you guys gonna take any pictures together?
No.
After you finish having sex with him, what was going to happen next?
I figured he would take an Uber back home since that's how he was going to arrive. I don't know.
So he was gonna just go back home?
Yeah.
Were you gonna continue talking to him afterwards?
I doubt it.
Well, how come? How come it
Because it was just a hookup.
just a hookup? Okay. So it wasn't gonna be like a long-term thing.
No.
Just a one time. What if he was scarred for that? I mean, kind of how you are right now. You said you're scarred from what happened to you. What if he was scarred from his experience? How would you
I
feel?
wouldn't know, but I would have that on my conscience. I'd feel bad that I damaged him.
You'd feel bad that you damaged him? Do you know what could have happened to him? Like what could be the consequences? We talked about your consequences, right? You could go to jail, you can go to prison, you can get locked up for a long time. You might even get locked up for life. This could be a life sentence for you. What could be the consequences for the kid?
Psychological distress if his parents found out, maybe disowned, kicked out.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
He may have continued trying to do this with other guys and gotten hurt physically.
Uh-huh. And let me tell you, we not only do we talk to people like you, like I said earlier, we go talk to them as well, remember? We have talked to many victims before, and let me tell you what happens to them, okay, John? So you get a clear understanding of what they go through. They go through drug addiction, all right?
Okay.
So since they're so depressed and stressed out from what happened to them, they go through drug addiction, okay? They go through alcoholism. They drink a lot. They go through depression, anxiety. They might even be you know what I'm talking about? You know, okay. What else? They also don't want to be around anybody anymore. They're isolated. They feel so ashamed of what happened to them, they can't even, you know, socialize with anybody anymore. They're isolated all the time. They can't, you know, relate to anybody because they feel so different.
And I didn't think about that because I was a victim, not by choice, but someone who puts themselves in the position of being a victim. They could go through the same stuff.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, some of the stuff that I'm mentioning, did you go through? Okay. So these victims, they go through the same thing, right?
How did the victims accept your intervention?
Huh?
How did the victims accept your intervention?
It's not a matter of them accepting it or not. We find out through online social forums, okay? We get reports like this all the time, tip lines, okay? And we analyze a lot of chats. We go through a lot of different things and we come upon these type of things all the time. And when there's like this type of situation that's about to happen, we try to go prevent it as quick as possible, okay? So after finishing with you, we'll go talk with the kid as well. Do you understand?
I do.
Now, what do you think should happen to him?
I hope that he realizes that he is putting himself in a dangerous situation. Talking to adults. He needs to form relationships his own age.
It's what?
He needs to try to form relationships his own age.
He needs to form relationships his own age. What else?
Because that would be healthier for him.
Be healthier for him? Anything else that you would want to tell him?
Whatever he's looking for with older guys is not going to solve whatever problems he's facing.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Because when I came out, I dated older guys. And some, they just weren't right.
What is it?
And it just wasn't a good relationship. I don't know if I did it because I was by someone older, so I started looking for older men in relationships, but they weren't good relationships.
Uh-huh. So you said you've dated older guys before? How old were you and how old were they?
I would have been, in my 20s. They would have been in their 40s. They're like 20 years difference. Just like when I was at church camp. I hadn't thought about that.
Okay. And what about you? But you're an adult at that point, right?
Yeah.
So how come you say like that's a bad thing, even though you're an adult?
Because I was probably still seeking that older approval. Maybe that's what this kid is seeking, just approval from someone older. He said he lives with his mom, so there's not a dad, so maybe he's looking for a dad for validation or recognition. I don't know. Is that like what your childhood was like? Like you were seeking validation from someone older? not from my childhood, but my early adulthood. And I started dating in my 20s.
Do you still talk with your parents?
My parents are dead.
Both of them?
Yes.
When did they pass?
5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Were you ever, did you ever tell this? You said you told this to your parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how did they react?
My dad's like, "You got any questions, son?" "Nope." "Okay."
So he didn't really care.
He didn't know what to do.
Oh, he didn't know what to do?
He didn't know how to act, react, advise.
Uh-huh. So what happened next, like afterwards? Like after he kind of said that, anything else, son, or
Just move past it.
what about your mom?
She didn't say anything.
Did she know? Did you like tell them the whole thing of what happened, or like did you kind of like?
I honestly don't remember. That was 40 years ago.
Okay.
I just remember telling him it happened. I don't remember the details.
Uh-huh.
There's the police. Did you call them?
No. Did that guy call the guy on the bike?
I don't know.
Should I just go tell him it's like an interview?
Maybe you should take your mask down. Maybe it's freaking him out.
Should I just go tell him in an interview? I mean, I wear this for safety protocol.
I don't know.
So should I just go tell him it's an interview?
Oh. That scared me.
I'll go tell him it's an interview, okay?
Oh, okay.
Hello. So, I dealt with you before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been contacted by the DA's office and things like that?
No, why?
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure Mike Hestron put out, I'm not 100% sure on this, but from what I was told by our superiors, that the DA's office didn't want to touch that last case because it was all a lot of entrapment and things like that.
Entrapment? The guy was a sex offender.
Yeah, but you're pretty much telling him, he's telling you on the text message, because what you told us was kind of misleading. Let's meet up now, okay? There's certain rules and certain criteria that even when we do things like this, we have to follow. Number one, like law enforcement, we can't send photos, nor can we ask for photos.
Ask for photos of what?
Anything. We can't.
Okay, well, I'm not a cop.
No, I know that, but we can't use you guys as our agents.
Well, we're not agents.
You're asking us to be pretty much asking us to be your agent to facilitate an arrest that for stuff that we can't even do because there's certain guidelines that we have to do by law.
Okay, well,
Okay.
do you want to read these chats? Because these chats are, I mean, every single case is different.
All right, hang out with my partner over there. Let me call my sergeant, okay?
Okay. Bro, he's misrepresenting how the last case went. The last case was the guy was a registered sex offender. So, and he hasn't even read these chats. So, I don't know why they're all upset about it. There you go, bro. That's how they are sometimes. We're out here in Palm Springs, California, Riverside County, Palm Springs. This guy, you guys heard it here. You guys heard it from the horse's mouth right here, right now. The creep literally confessed to everything on camera. Literally confessed to every little bit, and he even wrote a confession on paper. And I mean, it doesn't get any cleaner than that. Here, give me your phone. I'm gonna show them the channels.
I remember I just spoke with some DA investigators, and the DA investigators were like, yeah, we don't even touch that. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know. I spoke with some DA investigators. That's what they were saying. Okay, sounds good. Let me get with more, let them know. Alright, bye. Okay, we'll grab whatever information that you have, we'll document it, and then we're just going to send it up. But just to let you know, no arrest is going to be made tonight.
No arrest will be made.
Because I can't confirm that, number one, that's actually actively him. Can't confirm a lot of things with the things that, the information that you're providing. That last one, like I said, very misleading. I even spoke with some district attorney investigators, which were saying, because they're familiar with you and your group and how you guys used to be based in San Diego and you do some stuff in Los Angeles, how you guys used to have a YouTube channel and you guys actually got taken off of YouTube because of you guys are violating community rules and guidelines.
Who cares about YouTube? We're not here about YouTube, bro. We're here about...
I get that, but there's certain rules and regulations that we have to abide by, right? And you guys are skirting around that, right? And we can't use that. We can't use you guys as agents to get around.
I never said use us as agents. I never said that.
What effectively are you doing right now?
We're a civilian organization that catches creeps online. We're not an agent. You're
effectively trying to be our agent. We're not asking for your help, but you're doing it. And now what you're doing that is you're circumventing certain legal loopholes that we can't go through because we have to do certain things on our end to verify. So yes, we will take all the information that you have, we will document it in an incident report, and we'll send it up the chain through the district attorney's office. If the district attorney's office decides to prosecute and press charges, then that's on them, and they could send the warrant out, and then we could come and effect the arrest then. Okay, but these are how the rules go now, based off of the last interactions that we have, and apparently some other interactions you had with law enforcement regarding your guys' investigations. Okay,
the guy was a offender, and you guys can't arrest the guy.
There's still due process. There's still due process. There's a court of law and there's due process. And there's a legal way of doing things. Okay, we have to do certain things a certain way. Just because you guys don't have to do that, we can't just take and be like, oh hey, you guys pretty much do all the legwork and we're gonna do it, because it's not gonna hold up in court.
So you can't, so you said earlier that you can't confirm that's the guy, even though he wrote a written confession right here?
Under duress? Is this guy, did he even tell him that he doesn't need to talk to you and he's free to leave?
I'm not a cop. Who cares?
Doesn't matter. You could still falsely imprison somebody. You don't need to be a cop. You need to understand this stuff.
I know full well about the law, buddy. I got more convictions than probably all four of you cops.
Convictions.
Yes, we do.
Okay,
I can give you the case numbers right now.
Go check with the district attorney's office and see which ones actually got convicted or which ones actually didn't.
I can give you the case numbers right now.
I'm not here to argue with you.
I can give you the case numbers right now. Okay, don't argue with me because you're gonna lose the argument. You have a written confession. The guy's I'll confess everything on camera, and you guys won't do anything about it. This is what this is, huh?
Did you ask for a supervisor?
No, I mean, he already called his supervisor apparently. Where's the creep?
Creep's right there.
He already called the supervisor, and the supervisor's like, whatever. They want to just take the evidence and they don't want to make an arrest.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of things, because we spoke with district attorney investigators, right? And a lot of the information that you gave us, or at least from the last one, right? So you guys are telling us this, and you showed us certain printouts from the conversation. But then I don't know if you remember, we self-brighted the cell phones, right, to get all the information, so the full things. And it pretty much shows that you guys are not only coercing these, but you're also entrapping them by pretty much dangling a carrot in front of their, at least the last one's face, pretty much when he's saying, and dangling that carrot in front of his face. Okay?
I don't need to explain it to you.
There's certain things that we can't do. Like, number one, we can't ask for or send photographs. We can't do that as law enforcement.
We're not
It's
law
just-
enforcement.
Doesn't matter, I know, but we can't use you guys as our agents to circumvent the the legalities of it, okay? Because it's not going to hold up in court. Okay, so effectively, what you guys are doing is giving this guy an easy out.
Not at all. We've been doing this
Yeah.
since 2018.
Okay, then what I would suggest that you guys should do is go to the actual prosecuting agency, such as the Riverside County District Attorney's Office. Say, hey, this is what we want to do. Please give us some guidelines and possibly some policy on what we need to do to make sure that our cases are airtight and not going to get thrown out.
Bro, you haven't even read the chats.
I
How
don't
can
need
you
to read the chat.
Why not?
Okay, I don't need to read them.
You're
I'm gonna take everything.
Why are you so hostile?
I'm not being
Relax.
hostile. I'm
You're
just letting you
yelling.
know.
Calm
I'm not
down.
yelling. I'm
Calm
saying that
down.
I'm gonna be taking all your
De-escalate. De-escalate, man.
I'm gonna
Relax.
take all you guys' information.
Quit interrupting.
Yeah, de-escalate. Relax. Calm
interrupting.
down.
Okay.
De-escalate.
Sir, I'm gonna take
People
all your
come out here
information.
wearing masks and obviously coming
Who
up with their own plans
cares?
without doing their
Who
homework.
Hey, who cares
Makes it
about
hard
wearing
for-
masks?
See, hey, stop.
Who cares? De-escalate. Calm down.
It says a person interrupting.
Yeah, who
you
cares?
guys have
Yeah,
tagged your own noose here.
Huh?
Do you realize that? You guys
tagged
haven't
your
set up a
noose?
good-
There is no noose.
You keep talking about de-escalating, but you keep interrupting and running.
Yeah, you. Hey, I don't have to uphold the law because I don't have to uphold your guys' policy because I'm not the cop.
This isn't a policy.
It is a policy.
No, this is one.
You talk about a mask. You're scared of masks.
By going up, see, look at you.
Yeah, you're scared of masks. What are you scared of? Here, are you gonna read the
People wear
chats or
masks
not?
are
Hey,
You're
So
scared.
You guys have tied
You're scared. You
your
have a
noose
gun and a
because you've done
baton.
stuff without proper
You're
guidance and
scared.
Guidelines and set up a good platform to actually effectively do this. And what now you're seeing is the consequences of that from the actual DA's office, the people who are responsible for putting these people in jail.
who don't
Right?
want to touch it.
You guys are ruining that for anybody who's trying to do something.
Sure, sure.
Everywhere else,
We
get
have
convictions.
we
Okay, apparently not
we
Riverside
I haven't
County,
heard of
so
any
you need to
convictions
just got a
coming from any of
conviction.
these.
we
all
hey
these are-
hey don't talk to them, bro.
All right, so
Are you
arrest
gonna-
all the
Conviction is
information, your
completely different
IDs,
thing.
everything else?
So
So
yeah,
are
if
you
guys
gonna- are
have
you gonna
your
read the
IDs,
chats?
We're gonna take everything. We're gonna take all the chats. We're gonna take whatever paperwork you have. We're gonna get all your guys' ID. We're gonna do pretty much everything we did last time, but this time there's gonna be no arrest is gonna be affected because we're just gonna send it off to the district attorney's office and let them handle it from there. If they want to decide they want to pick up the case and press charges, they'll issue a warrant for the arrest and we'll come out and pick them up on the warrant. If they decide not to touch a case like they did the last one that we dealt with you guys, then it is what it is. And I suggest that you guys go to the Riverside County District Attorney's Office and ask them if you guys are going to continue doing this in the county of Riverside, what they expect, how they would like you guys to perform these things. Because like I said, there's certain legalities that we can't use you guys to circumvent, to get a conviction because it's considered entrapment or the other legalities when it comes to court. Okay? And not only that, it could put you guys in a civil gray area. That's just a legality.
Civil gray area. Civil gray area.
Like I
A
told
buzzword.
like I told your friend right here. Did you guys ever tell this guy that he's free to?
Don't talk to him. You don't need to talk to
Okay.
him.
Did you ever tell him that he's free to leave?
I'm not a
that
cop.
He doesn't need to talk to?
I'm not a
Doesn't
cop.
matter. You could still falsely imprison somebody if they feel that you're not free to leave because they feel intimidated by you. You're falsely imprisoning someone.
You're supporting creeps right now. That's
I'm
what
not
you're
supporting
doing.
creeps by you, but I am bound by the laws of the state of California that I have to follow. I am not going to break them
You're
just
talking
for
about
you.
you're talking about your following, not mine.
I have to follow the laws.
Okay, you follow the laws.
I'm not gonna violate somebody's civil rights because you want me to. Okay, just like I'm not gonna violate your civil rights because somebody else is telling me to do so. If that were the case, okay, I have to. There's a constitution that I swore to uphold, and that's what I got to do. Okay, just because you don't want to do that doesn't mean that I'm going to follow your same suit. Okay,
we've
I
done this
despise
almost
people who are
400.
creeps, but there's a way to do things. Okay, because all you're doing, if this case doesn't get picked up, he now knows how to get better at hiding his shit.
Trust
Understand?
me, we've had multiple convictions.
So you say, but you didn't get a conviction that last one. It got dropped, didn't even get anywhere.
Well, that's not my fault. That's the DA's fault.
Exactly. Who's the one in charge of prosecuting? Okay, so if you're going to be in Riverside County, you might want to get with the DAs. That way, when you do all this legwork, it's going to get squared away and you're going to get the convictions. Otherwise, like I said, you could open yourself up to legal repercussions, criminal or civil. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, we've done this many times. There's no intimidation here.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet.
Right.
So depending on what he says, it could turn out completely different.
Come on, man. Who are you trying to intimidate? There's
I'm
nothing
not
to
trying
intimidate.
I'm just telling
We're
you.
not- we're
that's
not
how the laws
scared.
work, okay?
Are you guys going to provide the
You
information?
guys have
Yes, we wanted to, but you guys don't want to make the arrest, so it's okay. We'll give you the paperwork anyway. Give me your email and I'll email it over.
You have yours, Carl?
Yep. So you have your IDs?
There's no intimidation. We're not living in the 1990s anymore.
I'll go run this guy. Okay, Mikey, did you run this guy yet?
No, I just got here. I'm trying to figure out what's what. Hold on.
You guys have your IDs?
31 days left.
Sir, do you have your ID?
Yes.
Last of Helton, Kevin Edward
All right, that's got my email address on the top of it. That's where you can send all that information.
Here, send it over right now. Send it over right now.
Did you guys have screenshots or like printouts or anything like that?
Unfortunately, we don't have printouts because this was such a late catch. But here, what's the email?
Did he call him? You called him on the phone? Yeah. Because I didn't see him on the board.
Call them on 11.
No. I'm saying what's the cop's email?
I'm just gonna get the information.
Can you put a flash on it?
Because from what the last time the email came up, I kind of explained that to them, but they're not getting it.
More. Well, bring it out again one more time.
Here's your ID. Thank you. $35, go ahead.
Look at that, making up bullshit.
Go.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he
Yeah,
just said?
I heard it.
Bunch of bullshit.
Did you have your ID, sir?
Oh yeah, the guy's making a bunch of bullshit lies.
Okay.
Because
that's fine.
you
We're gonna
because the reason why he's making up bullshit lies is because you guys gave him the confidence to lie. Because you guys were talking a bunch of bullshit
we're gonna
right
take his
here.
statement just like we're
Yeah,
taking your
you
statement.
guys made a bunch of bullshit lies about us, making up BS about legal threats and all that. Now this guy's making up a bunch of bullshit about what happened. Okay,
sir.
so I
I'm
don't
just telling you
I don't
the-
appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay, so you're the cause of this guy fucking lying right now. You're the fucking cause.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure, like you're probably gonna say earlier, he was gonna lie no matter what. So. I don't know what you want from me, sir.
Yeah, I want you to be fucking truthful next time.
I am being truthful.
Yeah, you're not being truthful.
If you don't believe me, go to the Riverside County.
No,
District
you
Attorney's
need a
office.
the way you're trying to intimidate.
I'm not trying
Now
to
this
intimidate.
guy's.
I'm just giving you the facts.
No, there is no
If you
fucking
want to
facts.
listen to the facts, that's on
There is
you.
no facts. You're making up a bunch of bullshit
You
lies.
could ask my partner
We've
here.
done
There's
this
a whole
almost
department
400 times.
email
We
that went
know.
out because of
Wait,
you
we
guys
know
and
a
that
lot
last
more
case.
about this than probably all
Okay,
the
sir.
cops here.
Okay, sir. Then why didn't you get with the district attorney's office?
I
in
don't
Riverside
need
County?
to.
So you're gonna circumvent
Hey,
the
I'm
law?
talking about legal stuff. You making up a bunch of bullshit right
I'm
now.
not making up a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, you are.
All right, so you know better more than the district attorney's office. Got it. And you're cool with violating people's civil rights.
Yeah, right. Fucking liar.
Were you able to email all the text messages and other information?
Yeah.